Hi friends, this is Tech Expert Neil and you are watching HowISolve.com. In today's video, I'll show you how to install ADB and Fastboot in your Windows system. This will be a detailed step-by-step guide as always. For doing this method, you'll of course need your Android device as well as a data cable, USB data cable, and a Windows system. It can be a system which is running Windows 7, 8 or 10. Even on Windows 11 you can perform these steps. So without wasting much of time, let's get started. The links for the tools and drivers that we'll be using for this setup will be down in the video description. So don't forget to check that out. We will first look at the links from which we have to download the files for this setup. The first thing that you will need is the SDK platform tools. This is the official link from Google where you can download the SDK platform tools. And you can see over here it is available for Windows, Mac and Linux, but we will be downloading it for Windows platform. So just click on this. I have already downloaded it. When you click it will show you a agreement which you have to accept. Click on this checkbox and then click on this download button. I have already downloaded it, so I will not download it again. After you download this file, you will get a zip file. So we'll head to our downloads folder. And this is the zip file that you get. I'll be extracting the contents of this folder in the root C directory for simplicity. So simply right click, extract all and select C drive. Select folder and click on extract. You can see this folder has been created. It's called platform tools. We'll rename it after the extraction process is finished. So this basically provides us all the tools, that is ADB, Fastboot, and other tools which are required for connecting your Android device via ADB. So this is done. We'll rename the platform tools folder to ADB. Okay, you can see over here we have got an exe file for ADB as well as Fastboot. Now we have to place this folder in our system path. By doing that, the advantage that we'll have is we can then use ADB command and Fastboot command from anywhere in the Windows system. That is, you can use it in the command prompt from any directory. It will be available globally without you going every time inside this folder and then executing the command, or you typing the entire folder path and then executing the command. To do that, we have to add this folder in our environment variables. For doing that, click on the search button over here. Type over here environment variable, and you'll get the best match. Click on this, edit the system environment variable, and then click on this environment variables, and in this we'll add it to our system variables so that it will be available across all the users of the system. So in this, select the path variable, click on edit, and then go to the directory where you have extracted that zip file. I have extracted it as mentioned before in C ADB folder. We'll copy this path C/ADB and we'll add it in our system variables by doing new and then Control V. Okay. So now this particular path is available across your file systems, and now we'll check whether update has been done properly. To check that, open command prompt. For doing that, click on this, type here for search and type cmd, and now we'll type ADB. As you can see, ADB command is being executed and we did not require to go in CADB. It's showing the path also installed as CADB/adb.exe. So now this is done. Similarly, the Fastboot command will also work. So it works perfectly. Now the first step is over. The second step is to install the USB drivers. This step might be optional depending on your device. Windows might be able to install the device drivers on its own if your particular device OEM drivers are already present in the Windows driver repository. If not, then we have got our option. I put the download links in the video description. These are the driver links. This is the Google USB driver link. This particular driver works for Android One devices as well as for Nexus Google devices. Nexus and Pixel and all other Google branded devices. for this all these devices you can use this particular USB driver. I'll be using my Xiaomi Mi A1 device, which is Android 1 device, so it supports this Google USB driver. I can also use my Xiaomi driver. You can get particular OEM drivers from this link. This is the official Android Studio listings of all OEM drivers. You can scroll down and in the bottom you'll see all the OEM driver links which are available as per Google. So you can see if you click on Samsung, it will take you straight to the page where the USB drivers are there. So you have to check for your particular brand for which device you would be using to connect to ADB, and then accordingly you have to download the drivers. That is in case if your device is not being supported by your system. I'll show you the process of how to install the driver. So let's download this Google driver. I'll click here to download it. I've already downloaded it. So simply by clicking here, it will again ask you to accept this terms and conditions. Click I have read and agree, and click on this download the Google USB driver. And then we'll again go to our downloads folder. Over here you can see there is a zip file. We'll extract it over here. Extract all, extract. Okay, so this is the drivers. So now to install it, first we have to connect our device. I'll do that right now. Okay, I've connected the device. Let's check. Now to check whether the drivers are installed properly or not, we have to go to device manager. So click over here and type device manager, and over here you can see the drivers are not being installed properly. If you see any exclamation mark devices like here I'm being shown this Android, then that it means that the Windows does not have the drivers for this particular device. You can see the drivers are not working, device cannot start. It's no problem, we will install the drivers for this particular device. So for doing that, right click on this, click on update driver, and then click on browse my computer for drivers, and then click on this let me pick a list of available drivers on my computer, and then click remove the show compatible devices, then click have disk, go on browse, then go to the path where we have extracted the USB drivers. So it's in our downloads folder. See where it is. Here we go, over here, and here is the driver. Click open and click OK, and here it's saying Android Composite ADB interface. Select that and then click next, and then it will say installing. It will ask you whether you want to install this device. Click checkbox this and then click install. Okay, after doing that, the device should show like this without any exclamation mark. Before doing this, we have to enable USB debugging on our phone. To do that, I've got a separate dedicated video for that purpose. It's very simple, only a 3-minute video. You can check that out. I'll be providing the link down in the video description. Also, there will be a I button over the top mentioning the same. So once you have enabled USB debugging and installed the proper drivers for your phone, now you can connect your phone via ADB from your computer. One more setting that you have to change on your phone to make sure that ADB works perfectly fine is the USB settings. So to change the USB settings for your phone, go to settings and then type USB, and then depending on your OS and depending on the version of Android that you are using, this particular option will be named differently. But basically what we want to do is we have to change the default USB preference, that is how you want the device to get connected, for what purpose. So in my phone, this option is mentioned like this: use USB for USB preference. So click on this, and then in this make sure that the device is selected as file transfer. Use USB for file transfer. After doing that, also you have to enable USB debugging, which we have already mentioned. So if you have enabled USB debugging, it will be in the developer options. This will be checked on. The video of how to do this is there in the video description. So after doing all of this, everything should work perfectly fine now. Now let's open command prompt, and now let's type ADB devices. So you can see over here it will show you a list of device attached. and here this is a serial number and this is the device. In your case it might show as unauthorized, and if that happens, then at the same time there will be a pop-up in your device screen to authorize this particular PC to access your device via ADB. Just make sure you check mark the authorize always checkbox and then click on OK. This happens only for the first time when you first time access the device from a different computer. So make sure to give it the authorization so that you can then use ADB on your to connect to your phone. Hope friends you love this video. If yes, smack that like button, share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel HowISolve.com. Thanks for watching friends. See you later. Bye.